Since Halloween is right around the corner, I thought today we should take a look at the scariest side of Sonic the Hedgehog. In today's video, this is the top 10 scariest Sonic the Hedgehog moments. Or should I say, 10 moments of Sonic the Hedgehog that really scared the crap out of us when we were kids, or something like that. Because the Sonic fandom really wanted to have creepy stuff, so let's get on with it. Before I continue on, today there's going to be some rules in this video. That's right, rules. The other top 10 videos or 20 whatever have rules. So let's get on to the rules. The first one is it do not contain creepypastas or the EXE series. Hey, you want Sonic EXE? I don't care. I'm not putting them. And also, all media are allowed. That means adding cartoons, comic books, and so on. Most importantly, the one that I already chosen was that these Sonic movies are not allowed because I don't think they ever have terrifying moments besides the 2019 design. And finally, no crossovers. So, without further ado, let's get into the countdown. Now, everyone knows this game. Sonic CD was the Sega CD video game at the time, and it was really popular to introduce two characters such as Amy Rose and Metal Sonic. Now, what's something disturbing is that there is a soundtrack menu. If you go to the test sound, you have the results of these cool musics with these pictures with them. You find them when the codes. You found this, and this. But there's one image that really haunts me to this day, and I cannot believe I just saw it for the first time. This. Oh my god, what the hell is this? Yep, this is the Majin Sonic secret. It also plays the boss theme in the background and also have this Japanese text. I don't know, but hopefully I will translate that. Sonic Adventure 2 is one of the second 3D Sonic games at the time, and a continuation from the modern era, and introduces two characters, Shadow and Rouge, until it get another version of the game, which is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, that you could actually play as hero and villain. But the only disturbing things actually in the level when you play as Knuckles was actually the terrifying ghosts that are also enemies but kind of harmless. But there are actually secretly terrifying ghosts that I'll get into these two later. But I want to talk about their leader in this video, and that is King Boom Boo, their master. He was a big ghost. He was terrifying to look at. In this boss fight, the player as Knuckles had to find a way to battle against King Boo Boom. His weakness is actually sunlight, because in the game, the ghosts are weakened to sunlight, while the Super Mario games that the Boos are afraid of you when you turn around and look at them. But there is something disturbing. It was like his throat is like he's willing in pain. The one thing disturbing, it is not disturbing kind of bit, but I found this in the number 9 spot, so that's that. The Sonic the Hedgehog Archie comics is one of the best iconic series of all time. One of the best ones being that they have a spin-off. What I wanted to look at was the Sonic Heroes story. Sonic Universe story. And for that, I wanted to do something that really scared me, was the one with the Silver the Hedgehog saga. Do we get to see what Silver's future looks like? And it is not friendly at all. In this story, Silver had to battle against a villain from the future named Enerjak. Enerjak is a being that can actually be a psycho in the villain takeover future. But he's actually secretly Knuckles the Echidna. Well, the detail of that will have to be a discussion for another day. But I wanted to talk about the ending in the comic. In the end, Enerjak was surrounded of people with gaping mouths, soulless eyes. I cannot believe this is really real. Not only he took out Eggman, but Sonic as well. I guess Archie doesn't want to be kid-friendly anymore. Sonic X is the best Sonic anime of all time, but it's actually the second anime of the Sonic universe. But there was a episode that was titled Sonic Scream Test when Sonic and his friends had to meet up with Chris's mom for a film they were in. I thought it was haunted by real ghosts. Now, they're the same ghosts from Sonic Adventure 2, and they could actually possess people as well. Yeah, they possess people. Screw the boost, by the way. Here's what a possessed Amy looks like, and it was really, really terrifying to look at. It even traumatized kids as well. The ghosts itself are quite similar and disturbing, but the same thing that they are weakness to sunlight, just like in the game. There is also an Archie comic book that they have the characters being invaded by the ghost from the episode, and they have a core of people that are possessed. And for that, they made Possessed Amy a fan favorite character throughout the Sonic fandom. And yeah, there are a ton of fan arts. The IDW comics is one of the best starts for the Sonic history in 2018. But there one story that I want to talk about is the Zombot saga. A really, really terrifying one that if it affects you, you will turn a metal virus that will turn you into a zombot. Hey, do you want to see Sonic the Hedgehog turn into a zombie? Well, me neither, I guess. Well, I'm not comparing to this video because it's so cringe and I didn't like it. I'm talking about the one that if you get touched by a metal virus, you'll be slowly infected and turning you into a zombot. Just like what happened to Rough and Tumble. Yeah, I get it. They're dumbasses in this story, and I cannot believe they just survived throughout this issue. Now, Sonic, if you look at the covers there, Sonic is having pain now. He is slowly getting infected because he's trying so hard not to be one of them. And look at the pain in his eyes. Look at it. It is so really distorted right now. And the most disturbing thing is that there is also a Zombot shadow that really kind of looks weird. Yep. That is one of my nightmares. I will not see this in my freaking dreams right now. Hey, believe it or not, I should think that this comic book story also brought back the Deadly Six and having Zabok being the one to control the world. Because of how much more Sonic it contains as one another. This story is great. And I really wish that the IDW comics were canon to the series. Oh, no, they actually did. Now, back to Sonic CD. There was something I want to cover up are the boss themes. Now, the boss themes are simple and okay, but there's also the boss theme in the bad future. I'm going to compare it. What did Japan get as a boss theme? Well, this. What do we get as a boss team? This! Yeah, I did not believe that existed. I I even was confused a while back. Like, is Sonic AC the darkest Sonic game ever? Or I don't know. It's just compared to the OVA movie. I'm not so sure because I didn't even seen it. By the way, I will do a video on Sonic OVA probably in November. Ah. Sonic R is a Sonic racing game that had terrible controls and also a bad camera aims. But the best thing of all is that the characters Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Eggman. But there are four playable characters, which are Metal Sonic, Tails Doll, Metal Knuckles, and Egg Robo. I'm now going to talk about Tails Doll because he's really important. Tails Doll is actually a secretly playable character if you beat him in a race. Not a boss fight though. I mean, he was okay, and first, he was actually created by Dr. Eggman, just like Metal Sonic and Metal Knuckles and Egg Robo, too. But there was a dark side to him. Something that some media think it contains a creepypasta version. But I'll get into that in another video. I'm talking about the Archie Tails doll, the one that really sends to be how they turn him into this. Tails doll is actually secretly Eggman's communicator, and he can actually secretly look for the Freedom Fighters and what they're up to. However, he would turns on Eggman's control and start transforming into a mutated monster that can kill everyone. And seriously, all the Freedom Fighters were terrified, and they get to see this. And Sonic and his friends will have to beat him down. And it's really disturbing that I cannot believe it's really what they do to him to this day. And so the Freedom Fighters defeated him and the world is saved. Yay! Well, obviously, because I'm guessing we'll get a Metal Tails somehow. I mean, seriously, it would be cool to have Metal Tails. But although Archie Tails Doll was really dark, but they really missed the adorable, innocent Tails Doll from the games. And bro, when do we get to see him again? I actually noticed that the Archie comics had some dark moments. But the only dark moment that I actually know was actually the Mecha Sally arc. You see, Sally managed to sacrifice herself when she shuts down the roboticizer. Sonic thinks she was actually dead. Also, everyone die. No. Instead of killing herself, she was turned into a robot because the roboticizer was actually activated instantly. As you can see, Sonic the Hedgehog is really disappointed at what she had done because he doesn't want to hurt Sally because she's now a robot and she's like Metal Sonic. She even just flew right to Sonic and tell him that what she really had done to her. Bear in mind, I am really confused at first, but when I actually keep thinking about it, I think it might be true. When was this comic book cover? I didn't read the Archie comics, but all I know is the reviews and all that, and the comic dubs. Kind of seems to be acting up when the story picks up. But seriously, can't even get rid of the horrifying image of Mecha Sally. I mean, I would look at her, really terrifying she looks, just compared to Archie's Tails doll. Ugh. Sonic SatAM is actually a Saturday morning cartoon based on Sonic the Hedgehog and also the Fan Fighters. It's also one of my favorite shows I watched on YouTube as a kid, and it really entertained me. But the one character to be roboticized was Sally Acorn. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not talking about Mecha Sally, or Robot Sally, I mean. But I wanted to remember her as a classic character in the classic era, so I would be doing a video about her. But I will talk about Sally being roboticized, which is terrifying. In the episode Dreams, Sonic's Nightmare, Sonic had a nightmare where he failed to save his friends because he sees a vision of Sally being roboticized. Now, I cannot play a clip in the show because I will get a copyright strike. So I've decided to actually show these screenshots from the show, seeing Sally's transformation and how disturbing it could be. And bro, it actually just freaking dramatized me when I was a child. And oh man, the poor Sally. I mean, not gonna lie, really worse than Sally EXE and all that, but that's not even possible. But anyways, thank God we never seen that again, because man, oh man, it is so bad. Seriously, besides Mecha Sally, it just doesn't feel right, like, at all, okay? I know they're both similar, all that, but I wanted to do it a lot for this Halloween video because I wanted to put this in the number 2 list because I think that the Sally being roboticized scene is way disturbing. So I just think that maybe that's true because we all be seeing this scene if we grew up watching Sonic SatAM or play the video games. But probably, if do we get to see everyone being roboticized in next year? We may never know. Okay, I had to put this on the list, and that is the death of Dr. Gerald Robotnik. Now, this was the only thing I want to put on the number 1 list. And the only thing disturbing was actually a scene where Gerald was strapped in a chair, being executed. And then he said to Shadow to take revenge on Earth because one of the gun soldiers killed Maria. This scene was really terrifying, and it also traumatized kids who played this game as well. There is also the exact same scene in Sonic X, and oh man, I cannot believe 4Kids really showed this. Well, the Sonic movie, the third Sonic movie, actually had him in a villain role, and he was played by Jim Carrey. But seriously, I cannot have this thing out of my head. It just, this scene is really, still think that Shadow's story is way dark. I mean, Maria was his friend, I get that, but seriously, what the hell was Shadow hiding? I hope you all enjoy this video, and you made it into this top 10 video. It was actually the first one I ever did, so I wanted to do this for Halloween. Anyways, it was from my own life, and I really had done perfect for this. Thank you for watching, everyone. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never missed any videos, because I've only wanted to post a lot next year. you could also follow me on TikTok. I don't know how many followers I'm gonna get. I will probably get like I would probably hit like 50 followers on TikTok. Yeah, I would have that. Well, as always, gotta go fast. And happy Halloween, everyone.